I never pictured myself as the man who would walk away from someone he genuinely cared for. But the moment someone values their ego more than the relationship, love starts to decay. That's exactly how things fell apart with Maria. We met back in college. Her laugh could slice through any crowd, bright and bold. She was passionate, driven, quick to challenge anything she disagreed with. I was the opposite, steady, quiet, the type who thought before speaking. Maybe that contrast kept us balanced. She brought fire into my life and I gave her calm. After 5 years together, we exchanged vows in a small vineyard ceremony just outside the city. Simple, intimate, filled with promises I believed were mutual. For a while, married life felt right. We built a home, advanced in our careers, she in marketing, me in architecture, traveled, fought about silly things, made up, grew together. Or so I assumed. 2 years into the marriage, things shifted. Maria grew distant, not hostile, just elsewhere mentally. Her phone was always hidden or muted. Messages came late at night and she'd slip away to respond behind closed doors. More late nights at work. Every time I asked if something was wrong, she sighed like I was an annoyance. You're overthinking. I'm not your possession. I wanted to trust her. I really did. But trust isn't the same as willful ignorance. One evening, I returned home earlier than planned. Her car sat in the driveway, the house was dark, yet I heard voices, hers and a man's. I didn't storm in. I stood outside listening, my chest tight, ears burning. First laughter, then the kind of silence that told me everything I needed to know. I didn't confront her that night. The next morning she acted completely normal, kiss on my cheek, coffee brewing like nothing had happened. I looked at her and realized I no longer saw the woman I had married. That night, I asked her plainly, "Are you involved with someone else?" She didn't hesitate. She met my eyes and replied, "What gives you the right to decide who I sleep with?" No shame. No hesitation. Just pure arrogance, like loyalty was optional and I was foolish for expecting it. I wasn't heartbroken in that moment. Something inside me simply shut off. I didn't argue or beg. I just nodded and said, "All right." Lying next to her that night, listening to her breathing, I felt no anger, only clarity. I was finished. Over the next few days, I moved silently. Spoke to a lawyer. Opened a separate bank account. Rented a furnished place across town. Packed only what mattered while she was at work. On a Friday afternoon, I left a note on the kitchen table. "You made your decision. Now I'm making mine. I'm not staying to fight. I'm gone." I blocked her number, removed our photos, changed my emergency contact, and disappeared from her life. She tried to reach me. Called my parents. Even came to my office shouting that I owed her answers. But security escorted her out before she got near me. Later, I heard she told our friends that I was manipulative and controlling. Unfortunately for her, I had proof, messages, emails, timelines. The truth doesn't need to shout, it eventually surfaces on its own. It's been more than a year now. I have genuine peace. I sleep deeply. I wake up without knots in my stomach. I focus on my designs, spend weekends on trails, picked up painting again. No mind games, no tension, no walking on eggshells. Just quiet, the healing kind. Sometimes I wonder if she regrets it. If that smug declaration, "You can't tell me who I sleep with," ever echoes in her mind when she's alone. Maybe it does. Maybe it doesn't. But I don't crave answers. I don't need a final conversation. The moment she said those words, she revealed exactly where her values stood. So I stepped out of her life entirely. She wanted independence. I simply granted her wish, permanently.